Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. We are now going to be talking about weapon enchantment design when it comes onto your steel swords or your silver swords in the world of Witcher 3. This is what I'm going to be talking about here. This I feel like this is going to be very, very interesting for some of you people out there if you are interested in playing this game. I think this is the reason why I love this game so much, like I said before. And so my apologies if I'm repeating that, but it's true. So now, what I love about these swords, specifically the steel and the silver sword, like I said here, see how this sword looks very well, intricately well designed. I love the way how it looks from its hilt to the basic other end of the sword, of the silver sword. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to attention to detail and its intricate well design. This is why I believe that Skyrim should do something like this, is because I think it would be a lot more better weapon immersion rather than like what the steel swords actually initially look like or the silver swords actually look like in Skyrim. Because there are silver swords in Skyrim that are only basically for undead or for monsters, as it were, if there were monsters in the game, which there are. But this is why I'm saying about The Witcher 3. When it comes to the monsters in the world of Witcher 3, the silver sword is the only sword that can only kill monsters. Obviously, that's a little bit of a duh, but I'm just pointing this out there. Now, like I said, it's amazing what this... I mean, just look at that hilt, though. Doesn't that look sick, though? Right? But this is what I'm saying. It's like, I love the way how this sword looks. I love its design. I like the way how it looks. It's amazing. I love it. So... now we are going to exit out of photo mode, and now we are going to go to the steel sword. These swords are actually part of the Viper School. But however, the reason why I have them equipped is because it's all I can use right now, because all the other steel swords and silver swords in this game that I did eventually have are no longer viable because they do much less damage. These weapons are going to do a higher damage and being able to provide more damage per second. So this is another thing why I love the swords in this game, is because I believe when it comes to the attention to detail and its design, I really think that the Elder Scrolls 6 could benefit of making either their steel swords or silver swords, if it's going to have those weapons in Elder Scrolls 6, be much more intricately and well-designed immersion. I really think it will help, in my personal opinion. But however, you can see the passion in my voice. It's very well attention to detail, because this is why I love video games. I'm not making this as my profession. I'm just giving my point across as to why I really think that the Elder Scrolls 6 could be more beneficial of making their weapons a lot more intricately well designed, as The Witcher 3 does. It's so cool. I would really like to see that happen. But either or, as I previously mentioned, I will not be able to play Elder Scrolls 6 because I do not have a high-end desktop PC, nor do I have an Xbox Series X. I might maybe eventually have to invest into either one of those so that way I can play that game, but either or, it's probably going to be for a number of years for me to do so. But point being, I'm just putting this out there. But anyways, too much further ado, I really greatly appreciate for anything for what I've been doing on my channel. I hope you liked my video on this intricately well-designed philosophies of this game, of its crafting system and everything else. And you guys have a good rest of your weekend and have a good Labor Day.